What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news, and before I jump into things, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Now, I have an entirely new setup, a 4K monitor, I have the latest Apple MacBook, so I'm trying to see if these videos come out in 4K. Hopefully that is the case. I don't really know if there's going to be a huge difference, but I guess we'll find out. Now, as for some of the highlights, we have an update on the Air Jordan 13 Dark Powder Blue, as well as a new Air Jordan 14 Low dropping later this year. Unfortunately, we have release date changes for a few models, which includes the Air Jordan 3 Cool Gray and the Air Jordan 9 University Gold. Now, for this video, there's a lot more from Jordan Brand, a good amount from Nike, and one thing from Adidas. And now, without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. A few days ago, a new Yeezy 500 leaked, and although it doesn't have an official nickname, the shoes do come dressed in a brown, blue, and orange colorway. Not only that, they feature a mesh and suede build. Orange mainly runs across the midsole that features adipene cushioning. Now, for this pair, we don't have a specific release date, but they are expected to debut spring 2021, and the retail price will be $200. Notre recently announced their Nike Dunk High collaboration, and the pair that comes dressed in light Orwood brown, and that pair will be available exclusively at their store on January 21st. Now, the Midnight Navy pair will debut via sneakers on January 23rd. The retail price will be $150 each. Originally released in 2001, the Nike Air Force 1 3M Snake will return very soon. Now, that news we already knew, but now we have a release date, and Nike is calling them Silver Snake, and they will debut on January 28th. The retail price will be $130. Now, you can't expect this shoe to sell out fast. There's a lot of people excited for the return. So for those that plan on going after this shoe, good luck. It looks like Drake has another collaboration with Nike, specifically their NOCTA label. And the pair that he was spotted wearing recently, which I'll go more in detail on, is known as the Hot Step Air Terra. For those that haven't heard of NOCTA, it's form-fitting apparel that nods to sport, but is rooted and inspired by those who roam the streets, who are on the go, and want functional, comfortable, and elevated everyday essentials. Drake was spotted wearing the shoe during the Laugh Now, Cry Later music video, and this particular pair features a white and chrome colorway. Now, although these aren't the best images, the shoes look like they feature a running aesthetic, and the outsole looks like it's meant for either turf or trail. I know a lot of people already dislike this shoe. I'm going to hold my judgment until we receive better images. And for now, the pair is expected to release fall 2021, and the retail price will be $150. We now have new images of the Nike SB Dunk Low Club 58. Now, this pair is inspired by golf racing and comes dressed in a blue chill, safety orange, black, and white colorway, highlighted with blue suede on the upper, while the same shade hits the tongue. Also, we have white leather on the swoosh that's outlined in black, and then we have the number 58 that lands on the lateral heel as well as the tongue. Finishing the look is a white midsole and a orange rubber outsole. Now, although we do have the new images, unfortunately there isn't a release date available, possibly releasing in the next month, maybe two, and the retail price will be $100. After being pushed back several times, we now have a first look at the Nike Air Max 90 Bacon. Now, the original release was in collaboration with DQM, which released back in 2005. Now, for those that don't know, DQM stands for Dave's Quality Meat, and comparing to the original release, everything does look on point. The shades may look slightly different to you, but I'm almost positive that is due to the lighting, or I should say flash, of the camera used. But nonetheless, this is great news, at least for fans of the shoe. And as for the release info, they are expected to debut during March 2021, possibly on Air Max Day. If not on the day, then this release will help celebrate the occasion, and the retail price will be $140. We now have official images of the Nike Dunk Low Chinese New Year that's known as Firecracker. Releasing in men's, women's, and kids sizing, the shoes are inspired by packaging from Firecrackers. They also come with wrinkle paper textures, warning label prints, and fuse-like laces. Featuring dark and light blue throughout, the pair features a white midsole and red rubber outsole. Now, we do have a release date, which is January 22nd. However, I just checked the sneakers app, and at the time of shooting, these were not on the upcoming side. So it is possible that the release could have been pushed back. So if anything changes, I'll make sure to let you guys know, and the retail price will be $110. FACETASM has another collaboration with Jordan brand, and this time it's going to be on the Jordan Why Not 0.4. So for this pair, it features a black, white, and smoky blue colorway, and it features exposed stitching throughout, as well as embroidered detailing and various materials. Now the overall look has a deconstructed vibe. As well, it features fur on the tongue, and then we have co-branding throughout. Other details includes a white midsole and blue translucent outsole. Now, if this is something you want to purchase, they release on January 27th, and the retail price will be $130. Last week, I started to notice that the Air Jordan 9 University Gold, the date that was shown on release calendars, had changed. Initially, the pair was expected to release on January 22nd, but now the pair will release on January 30th. The pair will also be available in full family sizing. The retail price will be $190. Now, some of you may know that January 30th is actually the release date for the Air Jordan 3 Cool Gray. So I'm sure most of you have already guessed it. The Air Jordan 3 Cool Gray, the release date has been pushed back. Like I just mentioned, they were originally expected to debut on January 30th, and now they've been pushed back until February 15th. So that will also be right in the middle of all the All-Star Weekend releases. And since this is a GR, you probably have a better shot. However, if this is a pair that you wanted to grab and there's a lot of others dropping around that time, then obviously it's going to be a bit more stressful on your pockets, especially since the Carmines are releasing around that same time. And if it was up to me, if I had to pick, I definitely would take the Carmines. That's just me though. And for those that want to grab this pair, like I mentioned, February 15th, and the retail price will be $190. In one of the more recent videos, I showcased the first look at the Air Jordan 1 KO Paisley. Now, it was just the one image, it wasn't even that great, but now we have additional photos, and other than the new look, currently there isn't any new information regarding a release date. However, what is a bit interesting is there's a few reports that suggest that each pair will be numbered, so automatically that means that this will be a limited release, which I'm sure will change people's minds on going after them. Rumored to release sometime during spring 2021, and the retail price will be $140. A couple days ago, we received a first look at the Air Jordan 3 Rust Pink. Now, as you can see, the pair resembles that of Aleli May's Air Jordan 6 collaboration that dropped back in 2019. I'm not gonna lie, I actually really like the look of this shoe. Of course, it's a women's exclusive, and it comes dressed in a cell rust pink, white, and crimson colorway. So to briefly go over the pair, they feature pink nubuck on the upper, and then we have cell leather on the tongue, collar, eyelets, while crimson covers the tongue branding, the branding on the insoles, and part of the midsole. On the heel, we have a rust pink Jumpman that is embroidered, and then we have a milky translucent outsole. So for the release details, this pair drops on April 15th, and the retail price will be $190. Currently, it isn't known if this pair will be available in extended women's sizing, but as soon as I have that information, I'll make sure to update you guys. Releasing later this year is the Air Jordan 4 DIY. So this information comes from zsneakerheadz, and this is just a mock-up which was done by OG Kicks 45. So big shout out to both of them. And just to give you a highlight on the shoes, they are expected to feature a white canvas upper, while all of the overlays will be outlined in black. So basically, you'll be able to customize the shoe. Now, what's rumored is that each pair will come with markers, so you'll be able to do the customization straight out of the box. Apparently, well, at least according to the color description, possibly we could also have vault detailing. Now, the only letdown here is the fact that it is a kids exclusive. Don't get me wrong, I think this is a cool shoe for the kids. I definitely plan on getting both of my kids a pair, but even myself, I would love to have a pair of these. Do my own design. I don't think I could actually customize a shoe, like with paints and all that. I'd probably mess it up. So at least markers, I probably would do a better job. But that's my opinion, and unfortunately we don't know of a retail price nor a specific release date, but they are expected to release either late spring or summer 2021. We now have additional images of the Air Jordan 5 Anthracite. Now, I'll be honest, when I first saw the shoe, I wasn't feeling them whatsoever. I thought that the addition of mesh, it doesn't look right. And I'm still a little on the shoes, but they definitely have grown on me with these sets of images. But more so, I feel like this shoe would be a great daily, like a beater shoe. Now, other than the mesh, the pair features 3M reflective on the sides as well as the tongue. We also have suede detailing. The number 23 is embroidered by the heel. And then we have metallic silver on the shark teeth on the midsole and a milky translucent outsole. Also, it appears that this pair will come with the OG style box. And as for the release date, this pair is scheduled to debut on February 24th, and the retail price will be $190. Now, even though we do have a release date, it's very possible that they could be pushed back, especially since a few pairs in January are getting pushed to February. So just be on the lookout for that, and I'll make sure to keep you guys in the loop. I've been waiting on this info to leak for some time now. I was actually told about this information maybe a month or two ago. And of course, this is the Air Jordan 14 Low, and they're being called Gym Red. Yes, there was a pair of the Air Jordan 14 that dropped last year, known as Gym Red. This pair will be different. Now, it is a Photoshop. However, this is an accurate Photoshop of what's releasing. Now, there might be a few minor changes here and there, but really it will be minor. So overall, what you're looking at right now is what's expected to release. Now, the pair will feature black throughout the upper, suede on the toe, nubuck on the sides, and then up top we have red. That also hits the tongue, liner, and ankle. Lastly, we have metallic silver that will hit the midfoot shank plate and more than likely accent some of the branding. Now, you guys know I'm a huge fan of the Air Jordan 14. That is my favorite model, so for me, this is a must cop. I actually really like the color combination, but what's a huge letdown is that it is a women's exclusive. Now, I don't know if they will be available in extended women's sizing. I do know that the cutoff, I believe, for just the traditional size range is a 12 women's, which is a 10.5 in men's. So I know that I'll be good, but there's a lot of people that wear a bigger size shoe than me that are huge fans of the Air Jordan 14 that won't be able to. That's of course if they don't release in extended women's sizing. And honestly, I wouldn't get my hopes up just for the simple fact that the 14 isn't a popular model. Yes, the shoe has a following, people love it like myself, but it's not like the Air Jordan 1, the 3, the 4, shoes like that. Now, for the release info, this pair is scheduled to debut on September 16th, and the retail price will be $170. It's very possible that the release could be pushed back, but I'll make sure to keep you guys updated, and let me know your thoughts on this pair in the comment section below. Last up for today, we have an update on the Air Jordan 13 being called Dark Powder Blue. Now, the pair features a white, obsidian, and dark powder blue colorway, and the color theme resembles that of the Charlotte Hornets. Now, it isn't known at this time if the shoe will be connected to the Hornets. The colorway at least makes sense, right? But what you're looking at is an updated Photoshop. Now, although it is just a Photoshop, this is also an accurate representation of what's releasing. Honestly, I think I like the look of this pair better than the other Photoshop. Basically, what's different here is that we have obsidian across the toe and tongue. Now, although this is being labeled as an accurate Photoshop, there is a possibility that there could be a few small changes here and there. But overall, this is what the pair is expected to look like. Now, as for the release date, August 14th is when they're scheduled to drop. Very possible it could be pushed forward or back and the retail price will be $190. So I just stated what I feel about them. I definitely like the updated mock-up better, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And that recaps the news. Like always, we post it first on SneakerFiles.com and then we take it to YouTube. Like always, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I had planned on dropping a video last Friday. As you guys know, I shoot the videos the night before, so on Thursday night, I'm shooting for Friday. However, on Thursday, my computer finally came. I spent the whole day transferring my files from my old computer to my new one, and then when I'm getting ready to shoot, I try to open Final Cut Pro, and the version that I have, it doesn't work with the new Apple M1 chip. I don't know why. So after trying to figure out how to get it to work, I just decided to buy a brand new copy, but it was already late, so I figured that I would just do the video on Friday night and upload it Saturday. That's when I ran into another error. I've been trying to use Photoshop. My Photoshop kept crashing. So right now I'm using that 7-day free trial. I actually might just upgrade and pay the $20 a month. What I'm getting at here is I want to apologize for not uploading 3 videos last week. I've really been trying to stay consistent. And the second part is, if you're thinking about upgrading to one of the computers with the Apple M1 chip, just know that a lot of the older programs, they're not going to work. I mean, there might be a workaround. I couldn't figure it out. So if anybody knows of any workarounds or anything like that, and you have the Apple M1, let me know in the comment section below. I greatly would appreciate that. But for this video, if you also have any questions, comments, whatever it may be, drop it below. And before I get out of here, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.